from 245, 208 came from long liquidations and just 36 million from shorts on the day. But now on the hour you can see that the shorts are getting liquidated, which means that they basically sold the bottom. Okay, so it's always the same thing. People tend to be trapped in that. I don't know even what to say, because you never sell a bottom and you never buy a top, obviously. But people always, the volume always goes up, as you see here. The volume always goes up at the right moment, at the wrong time, okay? And this is also the liquidity grab I told you about. So all the people entering their positions here with a tight stop, let's say here or here or here, or even above here, now we have a break of structure here. So if we can maintain this level, we go up and liquidate all these shorts here, okay? There are people, I tell you, there are people going short here, 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 okay? So all these people now are in trouble, okay? So we are in a moment, I mean, we can get a big correction in Bitcoin, don't get me wrong. I just tell you, it's very, very dangerous to trade it, because we are in a place with the crypto market that we have never been before, and basically everything is possible. So in my opinion, even like this is how you do it. Like if you want to short this, you need to wait for a break of structure. Take the 4 hour in crypto, because under the 4 hour there is a high chance you're gonna burn yourself, okay? Use the 4 hour, make swing trades, even shorts, and be careful and try to go as fast as possible break even, because these markets, as you see here, two small candles and then two big ones, so 8 hours and you can lose a lot of money, okay? If you are the type of person that trades breakouts and sometimes gets too emotional and even enters a trade before breakout. So in this case, if you want to have a good trade, not a profitable but a good trade, I mean, a bad trade can be profitable in a way where your entry wasn't that smart, but it somehow worked out, okay? This is what I mean. So having a system is something you can do all the time, every day, all the time, you know? So sometimes, or most of the time, it should work. If not, the system is not good. So you can lose. Obviously, we all lose, but the winners needs to be bigger than the losses. And that's the main thing. So in this case, we are talking about shorts once we break that low here. Okay? Once we break that low, I would even wait for a comeback and then trying to find an imbalance or an order block or something to see prices going further down, and you position yourself in the pullback, not in a breakout, okay? This is always a bad idea. I mean, you can do more wrong than right, so this is how I tell you this, okay? If you want to short Bitcoin and you believe it's going to 25k, I mean, go for it, but be aware of what I just told you, okay? It's very volatile. Every time Bitcoin shows signs of weakness, it just comes back. Like, this is why for the moment, until we break that lows with momentum closures and stuff, I don't judge nothing on this chart. The only thing I said in my past live streams was that we actually now closed, as you see here, it closed the last imbalance before a real bull market confirmation. If we break that high here, which was the high before breaking structure into the bear market, which was here, this is the sign of a real bull coming, no matter the corrections, okay? Here now we are in a position that if we fail these levels, okay, and we break in worst case these lows here, we're gonna see a lot of pain, okay? But I don't believe we're gonna break these lows here again. But there's always a scenario where it could be, because we have imbalances here and here and here. So, but we are in a raging bull market right now. We are in a bull run in indices. As you can see, we are almost breaking all-time highs on this one. So here, for example, you can see this was the Corona crash, COVID-19 crash, okay, which was that terrible. And now we had this move here, okay, that actually was bigger than this one and longer, more painful, okay. A lot of people have been left in these candles here. They are not in the market anymore, okay. So now it's going to go to all-time highs. Why? Because all the people lost the money they wanted them to lose, okay. So there need to be sellers for others to buy. And now we are coming at all-time highs. So of course we can go down and stuff, but I don't believe. I just saw today someone talking again about Bitcoin at 9k, 10k, and I just don't understand how they can believe themselves, you know. It's like everything you say is going against data. Like, you can be as intelligent as you think. Like Michael Burry when he shorted in 2008, okay? The guy based his opinion on data, not his feelings, okay? And that's a big difference. Like, people that invest in XRP since 2018 and are still in it, they base it on data and facts. For example, a Bitcoin maxi doesn't bases his opinions and arguments on facts, okay? For example, Bitcoin changed a lot. Things that used to be aren't anymore, but they still promote it that way. And that's the problem behind it. They just don't want to accept the change. They don't want to accept that it is not what it used to be. They don't accept it because they changed their life and the life around them with it. So they will always love it, okay? But don't be confused. Like, it will, in my opinion, not be the biggest player in the new system. This is what I believe. I talk all the time about it, and everyone thinks and does what he believes. But every chain that is overloading, once like momentum comes, volatility comes, is for me not sustainable. Like Ethereum has all these layer 2 solutions to provide liquidity and fast transactions and cheaper gas fees and all that stuff, but still they are not really integrated in the Ethereum token. So it's all about, you need to use that network and that network that is running on Ethereum to not pay that gas fees and stuff. But it's not interconnected yet. If it is, show me. Maybe I didn't see it or I didn't realize it, but this is how I see it for the moment. So the problem for me with Solana, which is the biggest, let's say, opponent of Ethereum, is that last bull run it overloaded so many times that it basically the chain went off multiple times. Nothing worked anymore. It got back on eventually, but I mean, you want to base all the world's money on a chain that doesn't work flawlessly? And this is where I am getting critical, because if blockchain is coming to the world now, it's not going away tomorrow. And if you want to win in the long run, it's or you make a quick flip or you make a lot of money fast and you readjust, and you go slow and intelligently, or you need to build over a long period of time. And if you want to create a long term portfolio, you cannot trade small caps. It's impossible. Okay? The only way you can trade them is going in, going out. Going in with the narrative, momentum falling away, going out. And more you cannot do with it. Okay? But if you want to have long term investments in a risky space, it are the mid and the big caps. I'm talking about altcoins, not Bitcoin, okay? I'm talking about, let's say, even Ethereum, Solana, XRP, all these chains, Quant, HBAR, these are mid caps, but let's say big caps is from a billion on, okay? So these are for me the critical chains that will be used in a system. And 1 billion in such a technology is just a joke, you know? So don't think that you need to invest in a project that has like 20 million market cap to make some gains, you know? I mean, you see all this internet stuff outside, and you have the feeling that you are left behind. But once the one thing is that you didn't recognize Bitcoin for 13, 14 years right now. So you missed 14 years of price action. So why getting FOMO right now? It doesn't change your life, you know. It most likely will destroy it if you do the wrong things with it. So yes, it's just an advice, because I saw people making a lot of money, losing everything, and it really does not mean shit if you make some money in this market. It it means something once you have this money out of it, and then spread across multiple investments like real estate or businesses or whatever you're doing in life, you know. Then you can say crypto made you successful. But if you make a few hundred K or even 1 or 2 million, if you didn't do the work on yourself before, you're gonna lose yourself, and you're gonna be dependent on lawyers and all these people, which we are all dependent at some point in time. But I mean, you cannot really argue with them, or um, to agree, or respectfully disagree their opinions, because you don't have any self knowledge. Okay, so everything has a price, and you better pay the price before you get rich than paying the price after you got rich. Okay, and this is all that, be realizing all the stuff that I'm talking about right now, and a lot more, obviously. It's not about all about pumps and FOMO and Pepe and bullshit, okay? This is all just like a big circus, okay? A lot of degens wrecking themselves. All these crypto communities that are so called teams are just people that use one another to create liquidity. And so one day, if the prices rise, they can dump on each other, you know. And this is how I see it. So yeah, I don't trust anyone. I don't believe anyone. I see a lot of people posted some tokens that made mad gains, and I didn't capitalize on it just because for me it made no sense, and I want to invest more money in something that I understand and know where it is going, than a little bit of money in something where you just gamble. This is gambling, it's casino, so it's okay, you can do it. I made money with coins like that, but it's not something I would talk about on a YouTube channel, because I want to make everyone understand, old people, young people, new people, old people in this space. Everyone needs to get an idea of how they need to position themselves and how to build their mindset around investing if they never were in that space. Because this is what crypto is all about, is bringing people into an investment mindset that never thought could be possible for them in the first place. For example, you know, I paid the price after I got. I can't see the whole message. After I got rich and lost it all. Yes, my friend. We all saw that type of, let's say, tsunami coming our way. If you if you actually get something that is not yet mean for you, it is mean for every one of us that is ready to do the work. And I always say, if something is given to you and you don't know how to handle it, then it's most likely the devil that is giving it to you to see yourself destroy yourself and then taking it all back. So this is the moment often people try to to find their way to God, because they see how the devil used them, you know, their feelings, the greed, the pride, and all that stuff behind it, you know. So making money, even if it's in a business, if it's in investments, there needs to be a lot of wisdom laying behind that to maintain it. And a lot of us, but just to say limitless, what is good that we went through that is that we are already realized what happened. Because if you never realize those things, eventually it will come at an even more unfortunate time, you know? So it's all good. Everything that happened needs to happen, and the lessons will be learned. And with that learned lessons, we can move forward, you know? So if you are able to be happy without the money and in what you do, then this is what really counts. You cannot love everything in what you do. But if, like, your everyday situation, your energy level, what you're eating, what you're experiencing, what you're learning, how you're going forward in your own mind, if that is what's important for you, the money will not break you. It will not. Because the temptation will come. But you will see through it. You will see through it, right through it, if you did the work, and you can change. I mean, I see that change happening in Jake Paul right now in real time, you know. So you can go watch it up, because he just posted a podcast a few days ago where he talks about ayahuasca and DMT and his journey of self-discovering. And I was always like, why are these unaware people that successful, which today I understand, but he paid also the price after he got rich, and he almost killed himself, because there's a moment in time where you just wake up. You wake up, not physically waking up, but you wake up in your mind from one second to another, and you look back and you say, who was that guy in me the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Who was that? Who am I? Why am I where I am? You know? So it's a good example. So, but if you are doing this work before something is handed to you, you will most likely manage that situation a lot better. Okay? And this is what life is all about. You want something quick, you will pay the price for it. If you want something for real, you need to pay the price even more. But once you get it, you will not lose it anymore. Okay? And then don't try to get rich yourself. Become rich for your next generation. This is the mindset you should have. Because this is the first moment you will really feel how it is to not do it just for yourself, but also for others. And really think about that. Because if this money you lost is making you being anxious and self-doubting you and all that stuff, because you don't have something you see outside, this just means you have a lack in you, and this lack will become bigger and bigger and bigger. And once you have the things, that you actually was craving for. All the black hole in you is just going to come towards you, and you need to confront, and you actually would need to go back into your past and actually for a certain time in your life not being able to go forward because you need to heal the past to go further in life. And this is something I needed to battle multiple times also in my journey. And but when you go through it and you come out on the other side, you start to appreciating life more, and also the situation and the journey you are in. And this is the beautiful thing about life, you know. Yes, the same thing happened to me. Didn't took enough profits, didn't realize in which time and in which moment in the cycle we was, and then spend a little bit too much and does this and that. And at the end of the day, you realize that no matter how much money you have, it's gone really quickly, especially if you don't take them out of something, or really take profit and take them out of the market, you know. So the long-term approach in crypto is the most painful one, but it's the most rewarding one, because it does not matter actually at which price you are buying. If you are not an investor, not an active trader or swing trader whatsoever that trades bull markets and then short spear markets whatsoever, but I mean for a long-term investor, the mindset should be how long you are able to hold something that predicts more likely how many gains and possibly success you can have with it than buying at the perfect price. Because you could have bought Bitcoin at $2 and sold it at 15, 20, $30, okay, and never bought it back when it dumped or whatsoever. But if you bought Bitcoin at, let's say, $800 and you hold it till 60K and you still hold it today and bought some more and more and more, you can just win in the long term, okay? So patience is also again the key in this space. So if you are doing it for the fast money, just don't forget to take profits, okay? If you're doing it for the long-term wealth, just don't be afraid when the market comes down to put some more in, and if the market is at the top, to maybe take some profit out. You never need to sell everything, but just take something out, take care of yourself, of your family, of your friends, and then enjoy life and come back when the prices, or put the money back to work when there is opportunity. Yes. And then also it depends in which country you are. I know a person, I will not tell the country, but he made like a few, let's say he made 100K, and at the end the government took 60% of it, and so fast that he sent the money to the bank, and before it landed in his account 60% was gone. So yes, it also depends in which country you are, which also change the strategy of how you take profit in the market, okay? Because this is something we all need to do, and there's no way around other than going into a country where it is legal, or where there is no income tax, or no capital gains tax. So there are multiple opportunities how to do that, but I mean we are not at that stage of the market yet. This will come in a few months or even a year. So let's put that at its time. So here is, I showed that last time too, this chart. It shows actually when when Bitcoin in a bull market is in a bubble inflated the bubble. Okay, so the green chart shows when the euphoria is very high in the retail space. So here you can see it was negative during the bottom of the bear market, and it went positive once we broke structure here. So this time we have something we never saw before, and this is that we had the collapse. During the collapse, there wasn't a lot of retail in the market, and that's why they pumped the price back up, because there was no. Here, all this bubble index, this small move here, just was retail that, like us, that are full in crypto and never showing away the whole beer market, going into the news every day, every week, and just following it all the time, you know. But you see, once we pumped above here and all the shorts got liquidated, this actually was negative building positions. So this was a lot of shorts here, and when this move came, there was a lot of euphoria also, because people thought, okay, we can take profit here, it's gonna go low, etc., etc. So then we have a negative bubble index, which means that the price is basically retail is not even into the markets. Okay, as you see here, there is a Bitcoin Google Trend Index, and you can see when people started to really Google about Bitcoin, searching about Bitcoin, and then here again, when the bull market started, look how much the Google Trends, how much Bitcoin was, how much people looked more for Bitcoin on the internet. And look, since we hit here the capitulation, here, people just didn't want to hear something about Bitcoin again. Since now, we don't have we don't have a lot of people looking or searching for Bitcoin right now, you know, because they lost a lot of money and they are just frustrated. And now, imagine you sold here, and you see the price now here. It's frustrating instead of buying even more, you know. So I believe this is a very, very bullish sign. Okay, we never had that before. Okay, we never had that before. We had here a negative bubble index, but this was once we really corrected, as if we would correct now this move to back to 30k, 25k, you know. So that's absolutely amazing, and that's absolutely bullish. So yeah, the market is reacting. Let's see. I think, what did they do? Yeah, this was a position from last week. Yeah, so the indexes are catching back up again. So let's see. The problem is here. No, it's not a problem because of all these weeks. We should not break this, and we didn't break it. So as long as we stay above that white line, all good. Yeah, never forget that lower prices are still possible, but this means an opportunity to buy more, because there will be a point in time where you cannot buy more, okay, because it's too expensive. There will be a point in time where certain people cannot even open a wallet on Ledger, for example, on the XRP Ledger, because you need, for example, in that time you need 4 XRP in reserve, and if the price is at $100 sometime, then you need $400 just to get an address, and people will not do that because they don't see the purpose behind it, you know. So it's now where you need to position yourself, especially in alts. The prices are still low. Some have popped, like Solana. ADA just popped a few days ago. So, but things like Algorand, HBAR, all these tokens are at very good prices still, and the moment in time will come where they catch up. So that's all I wanted to say. So now we need to wait for a weekly closure, obviously, to predict if we can break these highs or if that just was a little correction. Now here on the 4-hour chart, I can see there is quite some reaction, not enough volume coming yet, but don't forget we still have almost the second half of the candle running. So if that volume is going up, we will see a counter volume here, and that volume candle was still red, but as you see, the candle got rejected back up, and it's red because it didn't close positive. So here is as much, almost as much buying volume than selling volume in that volume candle. So as you see now, where I go from 4 hour to 2 hour, now it's a positive candle. Okay, so let's see what the market is doing. If now volume is coming in, the stock market has opened a minute ago, so let's see what will happen. If Bitcoin pumps now, it's a good sign. Once we break, I believe, 43.4, we are back in bull territory again. And so this is why everything can happen. You should not judge or predict the price, because you will burn yourself one day, you know. You cannot be right all the time. Just trade what is there. Just use what the market is showing you. That's everything you need to do to make money, okay? Especially on the long run. I mean, if you panic when you see this or this, and you don't zoom out and say, okay, I mean, this was basically nothing, then you're good. If this is painful, that means that you bought basically at 45k and you got wrecked. So now you need to wait, you need to buy more, accumulate more money, and then look forward. Recognize your fault, and it's all good. If this is the first time you bought here on the top, congratulations. Everyone makes mistakes, so I mean, it's not the end of the world. The bull market is still in the first third of the run, so all good. So maybe today I also wanted to talk, because I have some people requesting me for me to talk about risk management in the overall day trading perspective. And I don't know if that person is, no, I think, yeah, for right now people jumped off, it's okay.